My first time visiting Dancing Frog Habitat was a complete serendipity. Every time I go, I discover something new about the forest, but I also discover something new about myself. Hello, my name is Vinod Chandramouli, and I'm a collective member at Dancing Frog Habitat. I grew up in a tier 2 town down south in India, and I grew up around nature and vegetation. Not because I lived in a forest, but because it was underdeveloped when I was growing up. And somewhere along the journey of adulthood, I sort of lost my interest and my love towards nature. And it became very evident when I was locked with my kids during pandemic for about 2 years. I saw how terribly afraid they were about spiders or any insect, even butterflies for that matter. They had no interest towards the plants, why a leaf did what it did, a flower did what it did. My first time at Dancing Frog Habitat turned out to be a completely unplanned trek on my vacation with my wife to Coorg. We had an afternoon free before we were heading back to Bangalore, and luckily for us, Nishant was in Coorg and he'd invited us on a trek to this place which he was potentially planning on investing. And just like a typical urban dweller, we had gone really unprepared on a trek because we assumed it'll be a plantation walk with a nice cup of coffee, and it turned out to be the complete opposite of what we had expected. It was a misty, rainy day. We had our running boots, and we had completely unprepared when we walked into the canopies of Dancing Frog Habitat. But it was a life-changing experience, to say the least. My dream was to build a safe space for my kids and myself, my family, my wife, to go and enjoy nature in its true raw format, but at the same time really have all the luxury we would need as urban dwellers. So it fit perfectly well, the narrative of Dancing Frog Habitat. That's why, without any hesitation, we decided to become a collective member. Once we move into our home in Dancing Frog Habitat, it would be my first home. And I keep telling Nishant that it most likely is my last home as well, because this is a space which needs to be experienced through my lifetime and not 10 days or 20 days in a year as a vacation home. Why I'm excited is not just the 4 walls in which we will be staying as part of the design 100 Hands' building, but the entire 70 acres under the canopy, up on the meadows and by the streams. I imagine days where I'd like to go on an overnight trekking camp up on the meadows. I'm imagining days where my family and I would like to spend all afternoon by the stream, doing picnic and sort of dipping our legs within those beautiful stream. So I'm really looking forward to unearthing my interest towards photography. As you can see at the backside, I have a small hall of fame of all the photos I take when I go to Dancing Frog Habitat. So I'm quite excited to explore all parts of Dancing Frog. I'm sure there's a lot of core memories to be made for me and my family. When I did research on Pushpagiri range, the beauty of Western Ghats, the history of Western Ghats, it sort of struck me that, oh my God, this is a special place. This isn't readily available. Spaces like this can't be seen as you go or drive around Coorg. You've got to really know people, the local community, for them to take you to places like this. So I'm very grateful every time I walk into it that I'm walking into an ancient mountain ecosystem called Western Ghats. The more I read about it, the more I understand the importance it has on all our lives. People in Bangalore, people in Tamil Nadu thank their monsoon because of Western Ghats. So not only are we enabling our lifestyle by being in a place like this, but we're also enabling true conservation of a place like Western Ghats, which to me is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So no hesitation when I decided to become a collective member. Every collective member, similar to me, really have some dream of being within nature, and we want to tap into that. So I'm very, very excited to be welcoming more collective members into this space.